Arlington National Cemetery began as a plantation owned by George Washington Parke Custis, Martha Washington's grandson. Custis built Arlington House overlooking the Potomac River and Washington, D.C. In 1831, Custis's daughter Mary Anna married Robert E. Lee, a U.S. Army officer who later became a Confederate general. The Lees lived at Arlington until the Civil War began. Lee left to join the Confederate Army, and the Union Army seized Arlington for its strategic value. The government needed more burial grounds and chose Arlington. The first soldier was buried there in May 1864. After the war, the government bought Arlington, making it a national cemetery. Over time, Arlington grew into America's most famous military cemetery. Today, it covers 624 acres and is the final resting place for over 400,000 people. The house still stands today, a reminder of the land's early history. Arlington is a place to honor those who died for their country. Arlington's history began with the burial of Union soldiers during the Civil War. This act set Arlington on its path to becoming a national cemetery. In 1868, Decoration Day, now Memorial Day, was first observed at Arlington. General James Garfield spoke and thousands decorated the graves. The Tomb of the Unknowns, established in 1921, honors unknown soldiers. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy was buried at Arlington. His grave, with its eternal flame, became a national shrine. Each event adds to Arlington's rich legacy. Arlington is the final resting place for many famous Americans, including Presidents William Howard Taft and John F. Kennedy. Kennedy's brothers, Robert and Edward, are also buried there, reminding us of the family's service to the nation. Many military heroes rest at Arlington, such as General John J. Pershing and Admiral William Halsey. Their presence makes Arlington a place of military history and honor. Pioneers and explorers like John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth, and Christa McAuliffe, the teacher who died in the Challenger disaster, are also buried here. Their graves honor America's achievements in space and those who risked everything for exploration. Civil rights leaders like Medgar Evers and Thurgood Marshall chose Arlington as their final resting place. Arlington honors all forms of service to the nation, not just military heroes. The cemetery reflects America's diverse history. Each grave tells a story of dedication and sacrifice. Arlington is a place of national memory. It honors those who work to make America better. Arlington's legacy is one of service and sacrifice. Arlington National Cemetery is more than just a burial ground. It's a powerful symbol of sacrifice and service. The rows of white headstones represent lives given in service to the country. This visual reminder helps visitors understand the true cost of freedom and democracy. Arlington also serves as a place of healing for families of the fallen. Many return year after year to pay their respects, keeping memories alive. Arlington is a place of education, with school groups and tourists learning about American history and military sacrifices. Tours and educational programs help visitors understand the stories behind the graves. Arlington also plays a role in national mourning, hosting memorial services and special ceremonies. After the 9/11 attacks, many victims were buried there, and the cemetery became a focal point for national grief. Arlington provides a place for collective mourning and strength in shared sorrow. The cemetery's role in national remembrance is vital. It ensures that those who died are never forgotten. Arlington stands as a testament to the nation's enduring respect for its military. It is a place of honor and reflection. Arlington National Cemetery is steeped in tradition, with the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknowns being one of the most famous. Soldiers from the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, known as the Old Guard, perform this duty. The ceremony is precisely choreographed and happens every hour in winter and every half hour in summer. Funerals at Arlington follow strict protocols, reflecting military tradition and national gratitude. A horse-drawn caisson often carries the casket, accompanied by a military band, rifle volleys, and the playing of taps. Memorial Day at Arlington is a major national event, with the president or vice president usually attending. Flags are placed on every grave, creating a sea of red, white, and blue. Arlington also hosts special ceremonies throughout the year, such as Veterans Day and wreaths across America. These events honor all who served and keep the spirit of remembrance alive. Arlington National Cemetery continues to play a vital role in American life as an active cemetery. Veterans and their family members are buried there every day, ensuring Arlington remains a living memorial. The cemetery connects generations of Americans who have served their country. Arlington faces challenges as space becomes limited, prompting expansion to make room for more burials. Decisions about eligibility for burial reflect Arlington's central place in honoring the military. The cemetery evolves to reflect changing times, becoming more inclusive. Restrictions on burials for LGBTQ+ veterans have been lifted, and there's greater recognition for women's military service. Arlington adapts while maintaining its core purpose of honoring all who serve. The cemetery serves as a reminder of the cost of war and the price of freedom. It bridges the gap between civilians and the military, helping civilians understand and appreciate military sacrifice. Each grave, ceremony, and visitor contributes to this understanding. Arlington ensures that we never forget those who gave their lives for our country. It stands as a solemn promise to honor their memory forever.